It is 21 next on Friday Eve, also known as Thursday, but I want to look ahead because it's more fun that way. Joel Dean, the place to be. Happy to be with you tonight on YouTube. Make sure that you are liking, subscribing, and setting those notifications so as soon as we are on, you know what's going on. What is happening tonight? Got a number of things to get to real quick with you and give you a feel for what's happening in the news. Fetterman, John Fetterman, U.S. Senator. Controversial. Listen to this. This is right outside of his office in Harrisburg. The protesters organizing outside. They are not happy with the way he's been voting and been open to some of Donald Trump's appointments when it comes to his cabinet. So you see some of the things right here. They also don't like what's going on with Elon Musk right now. That is one of the people that is coming up next for being potentially added to the cabinet. Russell Vought is on deck to be the head of the White House budget office. They don't want Fetterman to side with him. Now, remember, the Republicans have enough to get through, but when they do have one extra vote that's potentially a Democrat, that could change things in that slim majority that Republicans have. So they don't like that he has been sometimes siding with the Republicans, or at least open to do so. So they are there. One side on the door also said that they've been dealing with outages due to so many calls. So that's what's happening with John Fetterman right now. Let's get to Altoona. There was a Chili's bomb threat. Did you hear about this? We reported on this a little bit earlier in the week. 2 teens facing charges after police say one of them was called to the Altoona Chili's threatening to buy all of the bone-in wings and then blow the place up. That is what they said. So, of course, what happens? You got to look into this and take it seriously, right? Police do that. It was evacuated, didn't find any explosives. The 2 teens are now charged with making terroristic threats. That could be a felony in some situations. So if you got to talk to your kids about this. It may sound funny. It may sound fun. It's called swatting. It's been popular the last couple of years. It's easy to do. I guess it's the more serious version of a prank phone call that people used to do back in the day. But you can face some really serious charges. Making terroristic threats can be ramped up sometimes. So keep that in mind. All right. Earlier this week, the budget address from Josh Shapiro, $51.5 billion. Now, part of the money that's already put away is to deal with the bird flu if something happens in Pennsylvania. But now they want to take the next step. This is the governor signing 2 bills into law to slow the spread when it does happen. So they want to get more people on these poultry farms certified, meaning when they have the ability to test the birds, find out faster if they have bird flu, so then they can quarantine or maybe actually, euthanize a flock so it doesn't spread to the other animals. There's a new strain coming through right now. It's affecting cattle, not really affecting people yet, but, this is the road they don't want to go down, and they want to be better effective at stopping this. So to stop it, it is faster testing. Certifying people to do that is the trend, and that is the strategy here. Let's get on to another bird, but a kind we like to talk about. Go Birds.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at all that crying, baby. We like that. Not crying because they're losing the game, but crying because new to life, new to this world. And what a way to start the world as an Eagles baby. A lot of Eagles babies around, right? I wonder if they're going to be named Jalen or, some of those names, Saquon. Maybe we're going to get some babies named after some winners here if it happens in the next couple of days. Here's what's happening. It is Eagles fever, and it's a fun one because it's these newborn moms, newborn babies with the moms. And what's happening here is they are getting that little baby Eagles onesie because a real big fan who's a nurse is actually making these herself, putting them on the babes. They got a good picture to start the world with, and they'll always remember they were born just a couple days before the Super Bowl, and maybe they keep this going through the Super Bowl. Like I said, very cool. So it's just a nurse right there who took it upon herself, had the initiative, wanted to welcome these baby Eagles into the world. Here's the interesting thing about this. Do we have this at the end? Yeah. She grew up a Dallas Cowboys fan. So basically cursed, right? We can all agree on that. But then she married an Eagles fan, and he converted her, and now look at her. She's got this Eagles love that she is spreading to all the new baby Eaglets that are out there. Okay. So the Super Bowl is in New Orleans. We are here. Now, if you're going to go to New Orleans, hopefully you already made the trip, and maybe the weather didn't bother you. Otherwise, we're going to be sitting around in a very cold, and kind of a nasty weekend as we get going here. Of course, we had all the ice last night. A lot of the kids were off school because of that. If they're looking ahead, what do we have? Well, windy tomorrow, high of 40. okay, a little hint of sun there. But we're really looking at Saturday. Saturday is going to be some snow and some ice and some snow. And so that's what we're looking at. I think I paid attention to Tom Russell's report earlier, but basically it's going to be some snow Saturday, maybe into Sunday a little bit. So that could affect some things potentially Sunday morning for church. I'm going to take a better listen to that when we see Tom Russell at 10 and 11. But the key is also later in the week, we have another ice event, he said, on Thursday next week, which is going to be similar to what we had this time. So a very active, cold weather event schedule when you're looking at the next 7 days. So if you're going to get out to those events, hopefully like Sunday it'll clear up in time for you to go to the Super Bowl parties if you want, and then you can cheer on the little Eaglets and see what happens with that game. There is a report out that the NFL is taking it very seriously that the Chiefs are not cheating. Here's my last moment on that. Do you think the refs maybe overcompensate? Because now they're on the spotlight. Any close call, if they give it to the Chiefs, even if it's the right call, it's going to be scrutinized. Like, here they go again. Half my coworkers, I'm surprised they're not going to tackle me when I say this, they are crazy. They think the game's fixed. There's no way they can win. And I said, if that's the case, why even play the game? So if you're an Eagles fan, let's see if the referees, because there's so much scrutiny, they've reacted to this. If they're like, forget it, I'm just going to make every call go for the Chiefs because they already think we cheat anyway. Or if they overcompensate and every close call goes to the Eagles because of the complaining. One of those little things to look at as we go through the game. My official prediction is it's going to be extremely close, maybe even overtime. So coin flip on that one. Vegas thinks it's a 1.5 point game anyway. Should be an awesome game. Be nice if the Birds could pull it through, and all those little Eaglet babies would be happy. Hopefully you're happy as well. It is payday tomorrow for a lot of folks, including me. So, hey, enjoy the day, enjoy the weekend. Stay safe out there, everybody. We'll see you next time on 21 Next.